Hello, you amazing people. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, which is why are you not being able to be successful despite applying every single strategy, despite being amazing at what you do, and despite every single manifestation technique that you've tried to attract clients to become a successful coach or an entrepreneur or a consultant or freelancer. This video is literally going to change how you look at your business, how you deal with your clients, and how you attract your clients from here on. So stay tuned till the end, because every single pointer that we are going to discuss, I have applied it myself, and each one of them builds on to helping you to attract what you truly desire, be it money, abundance, and clients in your coaching business. So stay tuned till the end. Awesome, let's begin with the first pointer without any delays. And the first one and the most important is why you're not successful yet in your coaching business, and what to do instead is because you're charging based on others' guidance. What do I mean by that is, when you're in this industry, it's very common to work with business coaches, and most of the business coaches, they tell you to charge high ticket, and there is nothing wrong about it, nothing wrong about it. But what happens is, the moment you go to a business coach, they don't assess you for your skills, they don't assess you for the kind of results that you're getting your clients, they don't assess you for how many years of experience do you have, or what's your how refined you are, how good you are as a coach. And I'm not saying you're not good as a coach, but they don't assess you at all. What most of the business coaches do is they give you a cookie cutter approach. They tell you to raise your prices just like that, because you want to hit a certain income target, and because they want to kind of put out into their market that they are helping coaches make a certain amount of money, be it 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. What they tell you is you start charging 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees a client. And what this does to your business is, you stop looking at your clients as clients, and you start to look at them as cows, who you have to milk. And I'm being very honest here. You don't assess what is it that you're giving out to your clients, and are the services even worth of charging this premium an amount or not. And what this does eventually, and this is after working with so many coaches myself, after working with so many clients myself who are into self-led businesses, I have heard them saying that I don't resonate with my pricing anymore. I feel like I'm charging too much. There is a lot of feeling like an imposter. I feel like I am ditching people. I feel like I am cheating people. Where does this feeling come from? Is not from your experience as a coach, but from charging this amount without feeling the resonance with this pricing. You just charge this pricing because your business coach asked you to do it. You did not sit with yourself, you did not come to this pricing yourself, and did not check it with your inner alignment if this is sitting right with you or not. Now the question becomes, should I not charge this premium an amount? How will I make this money? I have certain bills or expenses to pay, and there are so many coaches who are not even as good as me, and they're charging this premium of pricing. Why shouldn't I? The question isn't about whether you should or not. The question is about when, right? The time is definitely going to come when you charge high ticket to your clients, and that is totally fine. That's actually what you should do, because you're a coach. The world needs more coaches, right? But the question is about when, right? Right now the time for you to charge that price, or do you need to upskill yourself? Do you need to come to that resonance with that pricing, or can you charge right now itself? Which leads us to the second pointer, which is self doubt, right? Where does this self doubt come from? Is from two places. One is the real doubt. Okay, what happens is, every single person, so say you start a corporate job, or you start any job for that matter, you don't know how to do it, right? You learn on the job sometimes, or you are trained for it, or you look at your peers and you learn from them and things like that. Similar is the case with coaching as well. You don't know, or you're not refined as a coach because it is not something that has been taught to you for years, like schooling or something like that. So there there can be real doubt, if I am good as a coach or not, am I getting my clients the right results or not, and probably you're not right now, right? So that is real doubt. And for that, what you can do is you can upskill yourself, right? Learn coaching, learn your skill even better. Whatever you're doing, you're a communication coach, or you're a sleep coach, you're a stress trainer, or you're a manifestation or mindset coach, for that matter, whatever you do, upskill yourself both in terms of coaching, which is a different modality altogether. Some people don't even understand that you need to learn how to coach, right? Maybe say stress management. If you're a stress management coach, maybe you know stress management, but you don't know how to coach. So you got to learn that, right? So both of the things, one is your topic, and the second is coaching, right? So you upskill yourself. The second is, if it is not a real doubt and you know that you've given amazing results to your clients are really happy with you, they're getting everything that you promised them, right? And if you still doubt yourself even after all of that, then it's a pattern, right? Then it's a pattern which you need to first decode and then break. How do you decode the pattern? Is by asking yourself, where is this pattern coming from? Can I remember the first time when I doubted myself, right? And can you then change the story in your mind? For example, one of my clients, she started doubting herself when she was very young, right? And it was not out of lack of skill, she actually knew it. So this was her father telling that if you're not good at mathematics, then you're not good at anything, right? She started to build that self doubt, and then she started seeing people who were richer than her in her friend circle, and she started doubting herself even more. If I am uh, if I'm worthy or not, and should I be in this circle or not, things like that. So this pattern of self doubt began right there, and this started to apply in every single area of her life, be it relationships, be it her work, be it her coaching business, or whatever. So if this is a pattern more than a real doubt, then you change the story in your mind. You tell yourself, you break the pattern, you change the self talk that you've been having with yourself, and you correct the story for your inner child. How do you do that? Is by going back to that event where you first learned to doubt yourself. You tell your younger self that you are good enough, right? You show them the real thing from that event, that they are good enough. It's just that somebody else put this in their brain, in their mind, and that is how they started to believe in it, and they don't need to believe in it anymore. So break the pattern for them right there and then do it for all the events where you doubted yourself, and come to the present moment and check with yourself that do you doubt yourself even now. If you do, correct the story again in your mind and keep doing it until the pattern has been shifted for all the versions of you in the past who believed who doubted themselves, right? Now, this leads us to the third pointer, which is you're too busy niching down. And this is a big one. I spent almost 5 years with this simple thing. I was trying to niche down. What is my niche? What is my topic? What should I teach people? What is the kind of content I should create? I'm not creating the right content, and I am not telling people the right story, and all of those things kept me so busy in such stupid things. I wasted so many years wherein I could have helped so many more people, right? So if this is the case with you as well, you're trying to find your topic, you're trying to niche down, you're trying to find what is the what is my niche, for that matter. I'll break it down into a very simple thing for you. Your niche is you, right? You are your niche. Your story is your niche. You don't need a niche. It's something that business coaches have been promoting so much so that you, I don't know what their agenda is. Probably, if it's not, probably it's making money and scaring you to death, right? But the truth is, finding the niche is very simple. It's nothing but your own story. You are coaching nobody else, you are coaching your younger self. The younger self who was suffering the last few years, the younger self who was asking questions and needed answers from somebody, and now that somebody is you, right? You need to coach just your younger self. They have the right questions, they have the struggle, they have the problems to tell you. You just need to answer those problems, those questions in your content. You need to create your programs based on what would have helped your younger self back then. If this solution existed back then, would it have helped your younger self or not? That is the question that you need to ask yourself. Write down all the problems that they have, write down all the goals that they have, write down all the books that they are reading, write down all the Google searches that they are making, write down every single thing that they are looking for an answer for, right? And you become that answer, you become that coach or the mentor that they're looking for, and the problem is solved. You don't need to niche down anymore, because now you're coaching every single person who is going through the same problem, who is experiencing the same struggles, who is asking the same questions. And trust you me, there are so many people out there just like your younger self. They're on the same journey. You don't even need to change or generalize the topics. You answer the exact question that your younger self asked back then. Answer that question, and you will see that so many people resonate with it, because the outer world is just a mirror of our inner world, right? So every single person who's going through the same story is going to definitely resonate with what you are now teaching or coaching or consulting people on, right? So you coach your younger self, and your story is your niche. You don't need to burn your head thinking about a niche. Now, the next one is procrastination and perfectionism. The reason why you're not successful in your business is because you're procrastinating too much. You're trying to perfect things too much. There is a deep rooted pattern in you, which is this waiting pattern, right? You're waiting for the right moment, you're waiting for the right opportunity, you're waiting for the right clients, you're waiting for the right market conditions, you're waiting for the right ad strategy, for that matter, you're waiting for the right business coach to guide you, you're waiting for the right funnel. And all of this waiting is making you to wait for money as well, making you to wait for clients as well, because there is this deep wound in you which says, I am not good enough, or others are better than me. This is a very, very, very common pattern in coaches, in self-led business owners, wherein they compare themselves to every other person out there. You keep scrolling Instagram, you keep checking other people's account, you keep looking for the kind of content that they are creating, or the kind of clients that they are handling, or the kind of topics that they are dealing with, or even for that matter their trainers, who are they taking training from, what are the kind of events that they are attending, what are the kind of retreats they are going to, what is their lifestyle. You're trying to copy every single thing because there is this deep belief in you that others are better than you, which leads you to comparisons, right? And this is the worst thing that you can do to yourself as a coach, as a consultant, as a freelancer, wherein you compare yourself to others. This is like saying somebody else could have lived my life or taught my life better, right? But is that even possible? Can somebody else teach your life stories better than you? Have they experienced the exact experiences as you did? No, right? So it is only you, only and only you, who can teach your own life story the best possible way. You don't need any refinements for that matter, until unless you need to upskill, right, which we talked about, which is the real doubt. You need to be the best at your skill. If you are the best at your skill, you don't need to compare yourself to anybody for that matter, no matter how famous, rich or amazing they are. Inspiration is one thing, but comparison is another. You may get inspired from others who are doing well on their journeys and they are in the same niche as yours. But catch yourself the moment you start comparing yourself to them, right? And thinking of yourself as smaller than them. There is a very thin line which you need to be very, very aware of. If it is comparison, stop it right there. And what I used to do is, I used to kind of unfollow these people. No matter how good they were, I would unfollow the accounts that made me feel smaller, right? And it wasn't about them, it was about me, for my own sanity, for my own business success. And I follow very less people today because no matter what you do, there would be somebody else who would seem to be doing better than you, recording better reels, recording better content or whatever, right? So there is so much out there on Instagram. Comparison is bound to happen, so you better stop kind of looking at all of these accounts. If you want to scroll your interests, right? Maybe your So I like to scroll different recipes. I don't follow coaches, I don't follow manifestation pages anymore, right? If I have to scroll Instagram, I would look for things that kind of feel leisurely for me, right? So stop comparisons completely, because they're the worst thing that you can do to yourself. The next is taking non-aligned actions. And trust you me, if somebody told me all of these pointers like this back then, I would have made so much progress very fast, because these were the exact things bogging me down, right? So today, if it is happening with you, you need to make these changes, and you will realize in a few months that your entire business has changed because of changing your outlook for yourself, right? So coming to the next pointer, which is very important, which is non-aligned actions. What most of the coaches do, what most consultants or freelancers or self-led business owners do, is they keep doing everything. They keep doing every single thing, but not what is important, right? So I sat with myself one day and I asked myself, what are all the activities that I'm doing? I made a list of all of them. Then I asked myself, what are all the activities from this list that are going to make me money? And I found none, to be honest. To be honest, there was none. I was creating content, I was talking. So indirectly, they would have made me money, but most of my time was going in strategizing, beautifying my Instagram page. I was creating grids for my Instagram page. Most of my time would go in refining my funnels, my strategy and things like that, which was not helping at all. And I would spend days and days on building these landing pages, putting across beautiful pictures on the internet of mine, to build authority and things like that. But I realized that none of this was contributing to making me money, right? Indirectly they would have probably, but they weren't. So I asked myself, what is it that is important for me to do every single day, right? And that was sales calls, which I was dodging completely, by the way. At that point in time, I was not doing any kind of events which would have brought clients to me. I was not speaking on my stories or content about the results of my clients. I was shying away from that. So exactly what would have brought me money, I was dodging all of those tasks and doing everything else for that matter, because I was playing safe and not smart. I was just trying to, convince myself that I'm running a business, but what I was doing was rather a hobby, and I was not doing a business at all. So you need to find what are the aligned actions that I need to take. they may feel very unsafe, they may feel very unfamiliar to you, they may feel like, this doesn't resonate with me, this is not something that I would like to do. And your mind will come up with so many stories saying that this is not me, or this is not something that I enjoy doing. Isn't spiritual alignment all about doing what you really like to do? But check with yourself, is it fear or is it real non alignment, right? You don't want to do these tasks because you're scared, probably because you've never done them and you don't want to learn them, and your brain is trying to convince you and tell you that this is not something that you enjoy. But probably you would enjoy it when you learn it and do it the way that resonates the most with you. So check with yourself, right? The next and very important is lack of embodiment, right? You keep acting as a version of you who is non successful. You keep on doing every single task that you did yesterday, right? You're creating content, you're talking to people for Instagram live or whatever, but you're not acting from a version of yourself who is successful. So imagine a version of yourself who's already successful, who's already dealing with the kind of clients that you want to deal with, who's already making the money that you want to make. Act from that version who is successful. Think like them, feel like them, act like them, and talk daily and hourly if you have to. Close your eyes and have a mental conversation with this version of yourself and talk to them before probably putting out the content. Would you put it out? Talk to them before having this conversation with your potential client. How would you deal with this potential client so that they convert, right? And you would notice, I kid you not, you would notice at least minimum of 30 to 40% difference in your body language, in the way that you're thinking, in the way you're feeling, or the way you're acting. Minimum of 30 to 40% of a difference, right? So start to talk every single hour, if you have to this version of you who is already successful. Yeah. And this was it. This is exactly what I wanted to discuss with you. The last thing is, I have created a manifestation master code for you, which will help you to embody this version of yourself who is already successful. It will help you to rewire your subconscious mind and become the exact match to your desires without so many efforts. And it's a very affordable program that I've created for you. So if you want to check this out, the link is in the description as well, and you could go to click.divyakakkar.com/mastercode. It is a self-paced course and you'd be able to complete it in 5 to 6 days. And this is the essence of every single thing that I've done with my clients, worked on myself after reading so many spiritual and psychological books, and after having done the work for 8 long years on myself. This is the essence of everything. So this is the best gift that you can give to yourself and that I have given to my community, is what I would say. So go check this out. If this is what resonates with you, just get your hands on it, get the access and start learning. And this was it from my side. I'm going to come up with a new video very soon. Till then, love and freedom from my side. Bye.